A true and faithful relation of what passed for many years between Dr. John D. and some spirits, according to Meric Casaubon, 1659, Wednesday morning, May 20th, 1587, in Tribuna, preces ad dominum creatorem quelle eo terra, etc. Then, as concluding the covenant, which was made, subscribed, and delivered in, but the next day required again of Mr. Edward Kelly, and in his wife's name, to put out his name, and so on. But when he had it, he cut it into equal parts, keeping that half wherein his subscription and his wife's were, and delivered unto me the other half. But after a few days desired to have the sight and reading of both together, and then he kept the other part from me also. But afterward Madimi did with her finger draw on the two papers, make them whole again, and so on. And then she gave the print of my characters, and said, a red circle should always appear in the stone to all men's sight, and so on. Doesn't that remind you of, in Aleister Crowley's The Book of the Law, doesn't it mention something about a red circle? Or is it a red star? Is it something? Quasi Christus in the margin. Edward Kelly said, there is here a great globe of fire hanging in the top of the stone, and in the globe a man standing with a purple robe like Christ. I cannot well perceive his face. Yeah, when you are told in church that Christ, or, well, there could have been, if there was a Persian Christ, Cyrus the Great, there could have been other Christ, right? But, that's the characters or whoever, some poor Semite was some white guy with, red-tinged blonde hair or something, with waves and all that, or maybe flat brown hair or something, with luxurious clothes that costs, many times several times their weight in gold and all that. It's pretty easy to get convinced of these things. Something shows up, it's, well, that's kind of like Christ, rather than some poor guy wearing brown burlap, some white on occasion if he's lucky, but, well, lucky's the wrong term, but you know what I mean. Who sitteth upon the cherubim, and is carried abroad with their wings? Who is he that is lifted up in thunders, and in the voice of many waters exalted and magnified through the power of a seraphim, which is the power of him that made him? Who is he that stretcheth out his arms and embraceth all things? Who is he that is not and is? Who is he that numbereth the stars as the letters of a volume, or entereth down into the waves in the multitude of his wonders? Who is he that harboureth his whelp there where the sea glideth, and keepeth them in chains till the day of his stretch forth power come? Who is he that make his habitation in the sun, or filleth the moon with a perpetual river? Who is he that hath made winter and summer, times and seasons? Who is he that is the Lord of all beasts and fowls? Who is he that hath made you of nothing? Even he it is that hath led you out, even he it is that hath carried you to the seas, even he it is that hath kept you sleeping and preserved you waking, even he it is that hath tied his thunders underneath your, and hath harnessed you. So have cherubims seraphim. That doesn't sound like the right plural. It's eem, right? Because the ym at the end. And then the s becomes superfluous for the cherubims. Explain those terms elsewhere. With the whirlwind of vengeance against the people of Ethon, yea, even be it is, I say, that is and liveth forever, and hath provided you as the chiefest reapers, yea, and overseers of his harvest, which hath made you a promise, that the kings of the earth shall be enriched by you, and hath made you free from all men against the day when you shall see me. But you of little faith and understanding, oh, I say, you of little faith and understanding, how long will you be your own masters? Nay, your own servants, how long do you contemn the profound and unspeakable floods of my wisdom and foreknowledge in you? How long, I say, will you run after your own imaginations and condemn the present counsels which I give you, hindering the power that is ready to fall upon you, O you of little faith and understanding, praying to the Lord and Creator of the heavens and the earth? The great power comes from God, but this thing is like unto Christ.